guys, been here all day, and it's afternoon already. I didn't do a whole lot of filming. I didn't do any filming. What am I saying? I'm going to squeak into the barn here without the wind noise, probably, so I kill the camera. Oh man, it is windy. Let me see if I can just do this. I don't know if you can even hear me. I'm holding my coat against the where the mic is. I still have everything all over the place. So you can see now. I remember there was a corner pen there. Well, this has all been put this new gate in here, the new fence, well, the wall here, whatever you want to call it. This is where they were in this pen, and oh, somebody's been busy making their little bed already. But what I want to do in that corner now is build a feeder, so that it's just not dumping hay inside where they walk on it so much. So that's my mission now. This is actually going to be where all the little babies go eventually, so you can see how tight the wood is, that they can't get out, because goats are escape artists. The little ones are escape artists. So these guys, as soon as these boys go, these girls are going to go over here on this side, and little babies will be in here, and they all can just wander around in here. So right now I'm going to build a feeder over there. I have an idea already. So there's a water bucket for them. So let's see if I can get this done. Well, I forgot to film again, but I'll get out of the light here. You see, pretty much simple feeder I built just now. Just throw the hay in it, and it'll I don't know if you can see down in there so much, but just goes right to the bottom board. The boards will help keep the hay in, and they can eat through obviously these areas, and that's quite a bit of hay. And you know, they can peck out of it at the sides too. But for me, leaving the sides open like that, you know, you can get the hay out. I'm not too worried about it, as long as it's not all falling on the floor, which they stomp on it. So get some in there, and they'll peck at it. It was pretty easy. It took me half hour to just get the lumber and everything. Really, all I did was put these side pieces on here, so you can see, right, the side pieces are drilled into the wood here, and then I put a cross member on here, and it just drilled them in to it, and then the bottom board down there, and that's it. Sturdy as a rock. Good afternoon. I had been here and had to take off and do some stuff with potatoes, and like, where's my camera? Been here at the barn all this time, so well, I got that all done, and I came back to feed these. They're noon feeding, the little ones. So I am about to build another feeder for this side here now. My camera, cold. These guys don't know how to drink water yet, I'm sure of it, out of that pail. They're scared to or something. So I want to figure that out too. They won't stick their head out of that hole to drink the water, and they have to drink water because they're the milkers. So I'm trying to figure that out. But I want to put a feeder here somewhere. I want to take this off, and I think I'm going to move it. I'll put the feeder, the grain feeder over here, and the hay feeder over here, a little ways. and that'll work. So I'm gonna get started doing that. See how it goes. I gotta get a game plan there. Alright, so just a simple feeder again, out of scrap wood. Ain't going nowhere. Fill her right up with hay and she ain't going anywhere. I got a little off here, but so what. Fill that right up with hay, they can stick their heads through and eat. Right through here and just pick at it. So that's pretty cool. The ends I don't worry about too much, you know. I mean, it falls out, you just throw it back in. And that's all there is to that. So, the other thing I gotta do, I'm not sure, they're not sticking their heads through this hole to drink water. And now I gotta figure that out. So I'll throw some hay in here and I'll figure the bucket out here. See how the hay thing works. From Mark yesterday, and he said, what do you think about Nubian goats? And I'm all for it. You know, the lady Trudy, she won't like it, you know, but this is my farm. She doesn't think we should mix them, but, you know, I'm not going to crossbreed them, which is, you know, what she just thinks they'll bring disease. But if they're tested for, you know, the disease I can't remember, SEA or something like that, I think it is, and if they're if they're clean, I'm going to bring them in here because they're a pretty goat, and they have a nice butterfat count, and I don't see anything wrong with them. They're a little bit larger, and people like them. So yeah, I'm all for it. If you can get them, they're coming in here. I think people are shooting coyotes around here. I hear gunshots. I've been playing with it some. I haven't really done much with it because, well, it's just nothing, you know, I got to do with it right now. But I've been playing with it. It's really, as far as compared to the GC, and then you step up to this one, and then I know there's bigger ones, obviously, but for me, this is just, you know, all I can say is this is what the doctor ordered. And these two holes here, these two slots, they're both for hydraulics and back. I suggest everybody use your manual. This one, you can actually, you know, they'll install the levers here. You can do it yourself. They show you actually what to do. They give you the instructions in the manual that come with the tractor. And then they bolt back here. They come right out by the arm on this side, both sides. And you can have two sets with this tractor for hydraulics. I thought about doing that, but right now, well, you know, the cost of the tractor and then adding that to it would have been a little bit too much for us. So, but they show you exactly what to do. The levers just go in here, you mount them, and I probably would just have them come and put it together for me, probably anyway, but so they, you know, it's done right, you know, all the plumbing. Yeah, but they come right out just right here, so you can hook up your hydraulics if you have to. And I don't have anything that, because the hay equipment, it all hooks up to the 3-point hitch, you know, right here, and all it needs is the PTO. The tiller just is PTO and the 3-point hitch. I don't really need it right now. If there's something that I need to do, then, well, then we'll have to install them. So I like that you know, actually can do that. With the smaller tractors, they just, if you tell them to do it, they'll bring it to you with hydraulics installed. Well, good morning again. I came in the truck to warm up a little bit. It's cold again, but by tonight we're going to be in the 50s and raining and windy. They said by tomorrow morning we're going to have 50-mile-an-hour gusts. That means some of these branches are going to come down, probably. And 50s, but right after that it's going to get cold again in the 30s, and we're going to have snow showers. I know I watch a couple of videos. There's a farming, you can see spitting snow now, farming 4G, and you know, it's cold up there in the Dakotas and that way. You can always, oh, hang on. Phone's always ringing. But you can always tell if it's cold up there, that, you know, eventually it gets down through here, and not always do we get the, you know, snow or whatever weather, because it kind of always, the wind is coming from the west and it goes up into the north. But you can always tell if they get nice warm weather up there, eventually we get that warm weather here. If we get that cold weather up that way, eventually it gets down in here, it just migrates this way. So that's what we're going to be getting, cold weather. So it's hopefully in the next 3 weeks, you know, it'll warm up. But I just came in here just to warm up for a bit. Man, it's cold. Oh, had some news this morning. I ordered potatoes from the wholesaler, and they said, "Oh, we got 8 boxes of russet left." I'm like, 8? Are you going to get more? I don't know. It's not always something we get. So that means I got to tell the customer I can't get them anymore if they don't get them. So I don't know. It's always something. Always. So I'll have to figure that out. I'll be there this afternoon. Finish up things here at the barn. And I get wondering about things like that, or, you know, getting these potatoes. I was worried about that in the first place, so I'm thinking maybe I just grow potatoes and wholesale them off to you know, the warehouse. You just buy them, just get rid of them, and just do it that way, and let them guys deal with these customers. It's a pain. I don't know. We'll see. I'm leaning that way, really. It'd be much easier to just you know, grow the crop and then wholesale it off. Don't worry about it no more, you know, just do that. Same, it's like with the hay, you grow the hay and you got customers and they buy it and that's it. You know, you have to just get rid of it. But we'll have to see. I don't know. This afternoon it'll be a pretty good sign of what's to come there. Well, I'm here at Martin's. Just got told they're not going to carry the russet potatoes anymore. So I guess I'm out of luck right now. I gotta tell my customers, ain't happening. You might as well just buy it from another wholesaler, because you know, by the time I buy them from a different wholesaler or have to travel further, there'll be no money in it for me. So that ends that. Good afternoon. How you doing? So I got I don't know where this film is going to end up, on what end of something, but as the story goes, how's that? If I don't upload those other videos about, I think I will, but anyway, I can't get any more russets from my supplier, russet potatoes. So I went down, just that's where I'm coming from. One of my customers said, "Hey man, sorry, but I can't get any more russets. You know, you can, you know, call a produce company, you know, in Syracuse, and you know, it's okay." I said, "I'm sorry about that," and he goes, "Oh, it's all right." He says, "You can still get white, yellows, and all that." I'm like, "Yeah." "All right, just give me whites," he said. "Then we'll be good." I was thinking, you know, well, I, you know, don't want to upset the guy, and just I want to wholesale all my potatoes anyway. I'm going to, not all of them, but most of them. We're going to wholesale to. Well, that's the other part of the story. When I was calling around to find maybe another supplier for the russets, these produce companies in Syracuse, New York, now they want to come up and look at our potatoes in the fall and buy them, all wholesale. I'm like, okay. So now I got 3 people that are interested in at least buying our potatoes wholesale, which I'd rather do anyway, because it's simpler. We don't have to store as many. Just get rid of them. Just grow them and boom, get rid of them. Wash them, bag them, and they're gone. But this was funny. I'm like, okay, that'll be it. You know, just get rid of these customers and, you know, just wholesale potatoes in the fall. No, I can't do it. Mary Ellen says, "They just love you, man." I'm like, okay. Oh, that's right. I got to do a dentist appointment tomorrow. Yikes! 8:30 in the morning. I got to be at the dentist. I'm gonna hurt again. Ouch. But I got sidetracked with a dental thing. Oh man. Oh, there's a bus up here. That's okay. I can't get rid of them guys. I just gotta just keep doing this. But on the other hand, russet potatoes, they're expensive. I gotta buy them. It's a lot more money, and then when I sell them, I don't make as much in profit because I like to keep the price down. You know, do the best I can for the customer. But the white potatoes, now they're cheap. You know, maybe not for, you know, eating wise. You know, they're just like a russet pretty much, except not as big. Oh, they're cheap. So my profit just went up. I'm like, yeah, okay. Awesomeness. So I'm still in that market. I guess just like I said, I gotta, you know, I'm gonna do it. I mean, geez, now I can make a, you know, a pretty good profit. Coming up with and this turn here is really wicked bad. Oh, see, car coming to you is like, you get killed by traffic here. You just gotta. There's a bank right there, back there in the church. I'm happy with that. So one thing leads to another, I guess. But like I said, this happened, and I found more buyers for wholesale, which is great. Real happy. Arriving at the post office, you can see this is our post office, really dinky. Not many people here. Really dinky. Alright, so. And the weather changed. We got, it was 50 degrees this morning, and then when I was leaving for sunny now, but maybe 40 minutes ago, it started to snow, and it was snowing pretty hard. So the weather's changing again, but I'm pretty happy about that. I mean, I don't know. Whether you think so or not, you know, that's up to anybody, but maybe the Lord's smiling on me, I don't know. It's spring. I wonder if spring has sprung here. So anyway, I can't talk this morning too well. I just got back from the dentist again. They did this side of my mouth. They cleaned everything, and man, you get all Novocained up, and man, it's just starting to come back, the feeling. It's been, I was there at 8 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't even, you know, I got down to the barn and did a couple things, and I had to rush to the dentist, because not an emergency, it just was, I had an appointment at 8 o'clock. And I left there at 10. It is now 11. And I'm going to go finish chores. I'm sorry for the goats just today, because it's really late. But it's the way it is. And here I am sitting here talking through a camera. But I got going. And yesterday was 50 degrees. And now it's, I don't know, 20. And we probably got 3 or 4 inches of snow. And that's not a lot, but come on, April. I think it's what, April 5th? And just a week now, we're going to head to North Carolina to get this equipment to plant potatoes. Plant potatoes in this. They must have pushed that pole back up. This one here, you can see it leaning. I think they were here, and they got a new pole sitting there. You can see it. They're going to replace it. But last night, that was leaning over here onto the road. it was leaning way over because of the wind we had. Well, they got a pole there now, and I see they're going to replace it because it's probably cracked on the bottom or something. I don't know, but they pushed it back up at least. So we're here at the barn. It was snowy. Yesterday it was just mud. Now we got snow. But see, you can see the trailer there. Oh, we got the trailer out. We were going to take the goats down to Unadilla, 2 of them, and sell them. But it was raining so hard and windy, and I said, no, that ain't happening. That's not gonna. That'll just traumatize the goats, and oops, you know, wind and the rain. It wouldn't get much for them, and they could get sick. I don't care if I'm selling them or not. They're my goats, and I'm not traumatizing them. You know, nice day, I'll do it. Or my friend Trudy might have a customer or 2, and they'll go. I'm hoping for that. And yesterday, that old barn down there, the old one, the doors are swinging. I mean, it was so windy up here. Down here by the milk house, the roof edge has come off. And those doors were just swinging wildly. I mean, that barn is not going to be used anymore. I know it's just wait. Look at it, man. It's snowing like crazy again out here. I know some of it's wind, but geez, it's just nuts. So, it's been a really wild adventure here in the last few days. I've had, what I'm really happy is that John Deere, the 750, was in the barn all winter, and I needed to get this trailer out, and it has a ball hitch on the tow bar, and I went in there and I said, well, let's see what happens. I checked the oils, you know, all the good stuff you have to do. Turned that right over, and battery like it was brand new, boom, boom, started right off. I was real happy. And that's things in it, what? I'm not exactly sure of the year. I don't know that, but it was built in the 80s somewhere. One of those between 81 and 87 or something of that sort, they said. So it's one of those years, and bam-o, took right off. I was pretty happy. So I'm pretty happy with the machinery we have. You know, at least the tractors, the Massey, the Johnny, and that's the camera mount. I just moved it. You know, in this machine, I don't know about the potato stuff yet. Well, we're gonna have to see when that gets here. The potato planter will be used probably within the next month. I'm hoping. You know, you're saying you're going to be planting potatoes, and you look outside and there's snow and blowing. I don't know about that stuff, but in 2 weeks' time, this could all be changed. It could be 70 degrees here. Really, it can be. It's spring, and that's what happens. You get a cold front, bam-o, you know, and Mother Nature isn't done with winter, and then all of a sudden, you know, that shift change. It's just one big shift. It seems like it happens, and then all of a sudden you get into the 60s and a little bit warmer weather up here. So I'm hoping in the next 3 weeks I can at least get into the ground and till that up. He can plow. I'll till that down there then, and up there, and get the potatoes in. We have. That's what I'm saying is a lot of things happen with the potatoes, and I think we're going to go back to white and yellow potatoes growing because I really can't buy any more russets. I can, but it's just not from that supplier I was getting them from. It's just not happening. So what has to happen is I told my customers I can't buy them anymore, and you know, I was pretty much saying, you know, hey, you guys going to have to get a new, you know, supplier, you know, and no, George, we're going to stick with you. Just get us whites. I was like, white? All right. So I can't lose these guys. They just can't. So I'm going to grow them, but we're going to wholesale. In the interim, talking to these other suppliers, I was looking for other russets, they're in Syracuse, New York, and they asked me what I was doing, blah blah blah. I said I'm a farmer, and I wouldn't mind if you guys supplied them, but I was looking for these potatoes, and they said, it gave me the prices of their russets and all that, but it's too expensive for me to buy them and then sell them again. So to be fair to the customer, I told them to just go buy them there, but nope, they're just buying them for me. But they asked me if I grew potatoes, these two produce companies in Syracuse, and I said yeah. And they said, we'd be interested in buying them from you wholesale, and I'm like, you betcha. Fall, I'll call you. And they said, okay. We got to wash them and bag them, but if we get a good price, just get rid of them. I won't get rid of them all. I'll keep some for my customers, but still, like I said, I can still buy them through the winter. But if I sell them all, I'm not worried about it. Make a good chunk of change, and so I'm pretty happy about that. But there's trailer sits. I started on that subject. The other reason I didn't go was because I can't get the lights to work. I hooked it up to this truck, no lights. Then all of a sudden I got one turn signal that worked on the driver's side. But I'm like, what? So something's either in the truck or in the trailer plug. That I don't know. Mark said to take it over across the street to Mike and have him check it all out, and that's what we're going to do. Because that trailer, that one right there, that one's the one we're taking to the Carolinas, because it's a nice road trailer. It's a single axle, but boy, that thing tows good. It right behind you doesn't sway. I've had a lot of weight on it. I've had the Massey on there. Right behind you it comes. It doesn't. It's a real nice trailer, nice pulling trailer. So we're taking that one because the equipment isn't that heavy. It's smaller. So it's got plenty of room. 14 foot. That's the one we're taking. We're going to put, when we go to Indiana, that's the one we're taking. In Indiana, we're getting 3 pieces of equipment. But we're going to put one in the truck, but it'll be a different truck, not this one. It's a Chevy 2500. It's a diesel. It's Mark's. And that one's got a nice, powerful engine in it, and I'm sure it'll pull good. But then we'll put one in the back of the pickup truck, or the smaller, I think we'll figure it out. And then 2 will go in the wagon, or in the trailer. All right, I've rambled on long enough. I got to get to the barn. The goats are probably going to fire me as the owner of them, because it is already 11:30. If they don't knock the camera off, I don't know. They's hungry. They's hungry. I gotta go it this way. All right, come on. No, hey. They're hungry. Wow. Little one's biting me. Get off of there. slow today. Okay, one down. Two to go. What I do with these ones, I just pick them up so the big one doesn't get all the milk. So I just pick the little ones up. Let them sit on me. It's easier this way because that big one will pushes these guys away, and then they can't get the milk. She gets 20 ounces, that bigger one, and right now these guys are getting 16 ounces. Hey, you're spilling milk. Little cutesters, aren't they? This is Lucy. That one's Marion. And the last one I'll feed is stop spilling the milk. Lily. Alright, cool. Use that nipple. Lily? I lost one of the bottles. I don't know how this one's going to work. Alright, Lily, you're next. Come on. Got it. I definitely got to get a new bottle because this one's not working. Alright, hang on, Lily. I got to change bottles. Hang on. These are all water bottles. It's not working. They're too flimsy. Come on. Getting full. You're done. There you go. Little ghost bed. Go on, go. biggie. Look how big she is. Say hello. They're hungry little beasts right now. I was late this morning, as we all know. So, alright guys. Now I gotta get some milk in there. Well, I got almost a gallon. So I'm getting about 1.5 gallons a day out of these 2 goats. Spitter doesn't milk that much, but the other one, she's a milker. She's putting out, well, more than 1 gallon. I'm not quite sure exactly, but more than 1 gallon. Spitter puts out 1 quart, maybe a little bit more than 1 quart. I don't know. So I'm getting probably, well, that's almost 1 gallon. I spilled some, so, and then I'll get probably another 3/4 of a gallon. So, yeah, 1 gallon, maybe 1 gallon and 3/4 out of the 2 goats. That ain't bad for goats, let me tell you. It was so windy yesterday, I didn't film it, but that door was swung open, and the old barn, oh boy. This one stayed good, it's all latched up, so it didn't hurt nothing. We're good there. So I finished up chores, it's noon, it's bad of me. But they all got their hay, milked, watered, hay, and so I'm going to go home and relax from it. My mouth is hurting. Well, I got to go downtown and get antibiotics. They were prescribed for this, what they did. And go home and relax for a while today. It's a crap day, it snowed. Not much I'm going to do. Well, anyway, see what happens the rest of the day. I got, yeah, we've got pretty close. We're so close now to planting, and I'm so happy because, well, you know, it's closer to getting cash. We're still months out, but I'm going to survive till then. Especially with hay. We get this hay sold, and we're doing pretty good. Alright, maybe I'll film a little bit late this afternoon. I'm going to see if I can put that quick attach on the Massey and all that, and see how that works out. So I'll catch up with you guys.